Welcome back. The political terrain in Lagos State has been rocked by a lawsuit by candidates of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, against prominent leaders of the party in Lagos State, including Chief Bode George. The candidates allege anti-party activities, and this has sparked a contentious legal battle within the party. Also, let's remind you that in a surprising turn of events, a group of aggrieved candidates, 24 of them in the PDP in Lagos, these were candidates in the 2023 elections, cited the allegations of anti-party activities and took the aforementioned persons, the likes of Akerele, Bukno Akerele, Ed Bode George, amongst other members, both of the Board of Trustees of the party and the leadership, the elders, to court. So those named in the lawsuit are Bode George. He's a prominent leader of the PDP. We had him right here in the studio a couple of weeks ago. This lawsuit was filed at a federal high court in Lagos. As I said earlier, 24 aggrieved PDP candidates. Now, they're led by the man on your screen, Segun Adewale. He is a former senatorial candidate for Lagos West Senatorial District in Lagos State. He's popularly known as Aeroland, and this is the latest in the internal strife within the party in Lagos. Now, Adewale is not alone. Adewale's political ally, Abdulazeez Adediran, also known as Jandor, recently said in a public speech he gave that some prominent stakeholders in the Lagos chapter of the party were no longer in the party, and that he is the new leader of the PDP in Lagos State. And this elicited reaction from some, including Bode George, who is the presumed leader of the PDP in Lagos State. Also, let's remind you that last week, the Forum of PDP local government chairman in Lagos State urged the national leadership of the party to probe Jandor over what they allege to be the diversion of funds during the elections last year. They also lampooned Aeroland, the man you've seen on your screen, describing him as a burden to the People's Democratic Party since joining the party in the year 2010. That's about 14 years ago. He's a former chairman of the PDP in Lagos State, by the way. Well, one of those litigants is Tunde Pratt. He is of the PDP in Lagos State. He's an aspirant for the Lagos State House of Assembly seat in Mainland Constituency 2, that's state constituency. He joins us via video link from Lekki, Lagos. Mr. Pratt, good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time tonight.
Good evening, Kofi. Thank you for having me.
You're one of the people whose name or who have approached the court. What specific anti-party activities are you, the likes of Aeroland and other aggrieved candidates of the party, alleging against Bode George and other leaders of the party?
Okay. First of all, I think probably just need to set the scene just a little bit because to give people a bigger, wider context of what we're discussing. First of all, just a bit of clarification. You mentioned aggrieved members of the PDP. Rather, I would say we are asking for clarifications rather than aggrieved, because aggrieved, say kind of like, it's as if it's a dispute of physical dispute. So, we are seeking clarifications from the court, which I will come to in a minute. So, and also, just to mention that there are two legs or two limbs to the case. It's not just the anti-party allegations that we should be focusing on. There is also the issue that we're also seeking clarification from the court with regards to what sponsorship means when you have a candidate that's running for election under a party. So, to your question specifically, what we are asking the courts to clarify, bearing in mind, the papers are before the court, so we have to be mindful of what specifics I give to you today.
We just want the information.
Correct. In summary, what we are asking the court to clarify, as I said, is to determine to give us a definition of what sponsorship means, because we are bona fide candidates of the elections that's just gone through, and we felt that certain activities that occurred during the campaigns and also during the elections, we didn't feel that the leadership in Lagos State sponsored us or supported us. And also when it comes to anti-party as well, as the papers were filed yesterday, there are allegations that we that some members of the PDP informed other people within the PDP to vote other candidates.
So you're asking for clarification about our sponsorship. What are you asking about this for? I mean, are you not aware of what sponsorship means? I want you to just help us understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great question. And exactly, that's why we're here. We need to deepen our democracy because, we need to understand what, this terminology is. So my definition of sponsorship, or rather our definition of sponsorship, was that once we were the duly nominated candidates of the PDP in Lagos State, our expectations were that the party hierarchy within Lagos State, who by all accounts have conducted, elections over maybe, the last 20 years or so during this dispensation of democracy, they've got the experience, they've got the wherewithal, they can, take us through what we need, to have constituted in terms of, our election campaign, the sort of messaging we should be giving to our, constituencies. And, even in the simple terms, merchandise for us to be able to, give out when we're going for campaigns. Because when we run for campaign, don't forget on election day, my name is not on the ballot box. I am representing the PDP. So during the course of the election campaign and also during voting, we didn't build the presence. As I sit before you right now, there was never once that I had any text message, any phone calls, or any meetings with the party hierarchy in Lagos State. They've conducted elections several times, the last 20 years, some of us haven't. So we were leveraging on their expertise to guide us through because we were representing the party. Mm-hmm. And, we never set eyes on them. They never called us. They never sent us a text message. So, that's why we're trying to seek clarification.
What are the prayers? What are the
exactly?
prayers? Yes, sooner, because of time, just quickly, what are the prayers in this suit?
Okay, so the prayers, one, is that we need clarification whether or not, we should have been sponsored the way we felt that we sponsored. Otherwise, if that had not been met, or the, to clarify whether there was a contract, either social or, legal contract, then we are asking the court to compel the leadership of Lagos PDP to give us some kind of compensation. We're seeking damages because, we felt we had a contract with them and that their part was not fulfilled. And then secondly, in terms of the allegations that certain members of the state hierarchy also, were asking other people within our party not to vote us, we also need the court to clarify that and also, to tell us exactly how the party should actually be handling that.
Okay, so this is a lawsuit seeking damages because you feel that the leadership of the party in the state did not support you during the election, rather they supported candidates of other parties.
In a nutshell, yes.
So if the court rules, the Federal High Court in Lagos rules in your favor, who are those who will be paying, or who are those listed, let me say, as defendants?
Okay, so I'm sure you've probably seen the court papers that was written, that was circulated yesterday throughout the media. But theoretically, it should be the Lagos State PDP hierarchy, the hierarchy within Lagos State PDP.
Okay.
Rather than
do we have the likes of Bode George, Funko, Bokno, and all those members of the party's board of trustees in Lagos State? Are they listed?
Well, again, yes, they are listed, okay. But like I said, we are asking the court to clarify who exactly should be in the position to sponsor us and also support us.
All right. I'm aware, just very briefly, that the PDP has in its constitution, a copy of which I have here, modus operandi for disciplinary procedures in the party. We check Chapter 10 of the PDP Constitution. There are disciplinary procedures in the party. We have offenses and sanctions. Basically, it seems the party has, in its constitution, an internal mechanism to address any grievance. Have you explored the internal mechanism of the party as contained in Chapter 10 of the Constitution of the PDP to resolve this issue before approaching the court?
Yes, we have. So at the press conference given yesterday, Segun Adewale did mention that after the elections, we wrote to the state chapter seeking clarification as to how, these allegations that we've heard We've also, reached out via our personal contacts, but, we haven't had a meeting. Just today, one of the leaders was having a conversation with me, and, he asked me the same thing. I said, I've never been invited to any meeting with PDP hierarchy in Lagos State before, so obviously it just means that we were, left out into cold, and we would like them to take responsibility for our losses.
All right. Did you write to the National Working Committee?
So the National Working Committee was not written to because first and foremost, we have to go through our state chapter, and then the National Working Committee would also get involved. So this lawsuit also lists them as co-defendants as well. So I suppose there'll be an opportunity for these questions that you're asking to come to the fore. Okay,
we'll have some more on this later. We'll probably have you back on the program. Tunde Pratt of the People's Democratic Party, aspirant for Lagos Mainland Constituency 2. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And that's the size of our package. Tonight, we'll see what happens and how things pan out with the PDP in Lagos State. But all is not well with the party. My name is Kofi. Bartels. Good night.